It's been a little more than a week since the Buffalo Central Library started working with the Buffalo Peacemakers group. The two formed a partnership after the library was forced to temporarily cut back hours to close at 3 each afternoon due to some small fights and even bigger brawls that involved teenagers. But that's all changing now thanks to the presence of the Peacemakers group. They're now taking shifts at the library throughout the week to try to keep an eye on the teenagers. And tonight we're hearing how those patrols are going. Joined now in studio by the founder of the Buffalo Peacemakers, Pastor James Giles. Sir, we appreciate you coming in. It's good to see you. This was an interesting kind of concept when you guys decided that you were going to do this. I wonder, a weekend, it's early, but how's it going?
It's going excellent. Matter of fact, better than most people would have thought at this early stage. But I knew that our presence alone would deter youth from wanting to be rowdy and those kind of things. They know that we know them. We already have relationships with a lot of them because we're doing a safe passage around the various schools that they attend. So they see us every day. So they know what it is that we stand for. And we're not telling them to get out of the library. No, we're just channeling their energy, and we got some constructive activities going on. And they've just been compliant. And everybody's just pretty amazed at how did that happen so quickly. You know, other than the noise, you know, because they talk loud, you know, we're still working on that part. But nobody's down there wanting to fight. You know, we had an incident with some adults, right? You know, well, that's just something that happens every now and then. But no, for the most part, it has been a very smooth transition. The library has been forthcoming, and all the staff and volunteers as well as security, you know, we're all working together, you know, to make sure the library is a very tranquil place for people to come down and study and research. What does it mean when you say you're out there kind of patrolling the library, obviously interacting with the people? And I imagine, because I know how you operate and how your members operate, it seems like you're kind of seeing this as a mentoring opportunity. Yeah, but that's essentially what it is. See, we're like traveling mentors. We go and engage with youth. It's really about establishing a relationship. I don't care who you're dealing with, you know, what person you're dealing with in terms of managing people. You have to build relationships. And the better the relationship, the more compliant and more cooperative people will be, including our youth. You know, we treat them with respect. We talk to them. We're not yelling at them. We're not forcing them. We're not threatening them. No, we're engaging in them, and we're talking to them like we family. And, you know, because we know many of their families, and they know us through some of their families. So yeah, they tend to listen to us when we talk. What is the plan in terms of how long you think you're going to be doing this, or is it sort of an open-ended thing? It's like this. We were at the library before, you know, about 10 years ago when we had that kind of incident. We went over there and we did the very same thing. And through our presence, it tends to kind of put everybody at ease. And so we will be there now, and while everybody is at ease, but while we're there, you know, nothing's happening. So we don't know how long it will take for that to happen in and of itself. For example, how long it will take for that to happen without our presence. It's about conditioning a group of youth to learn to use the library in a very productive way and not come down there and make scenes. It seems like this has been very well received by everyone involved. I know a lot of people who use the library and who had to deal with it closing at 3 in the afternoon, which is early, are really thankful for what you're doing, right? I mean, have you gotten good positive feedback? Yeah, no, we've gotten a lot of positive feedback from, we've even had some administrators from Buffalo Public Schools go down. They see how everyone acting. Everybody says, you know, this has been a real good partnership and something that was needed, and they appreciate the work that we're doing. Well, we appreciate it too, and thank you so much for coming in and talking to us about it. Just a weekend, but so far so good. And,
we're a weekend, but it's a weekend, but it's a weekend where a pattern is being set.
Absolutely. Pastor James Giles, founder of the Buffalo Peacemakers, thanks for joining us tonight. Good to see you.
Glad to be here.